Hello, everybody. You are about to hear a brief retelling of the movie This Is England. Enjoy the movie. It's a story set in 1983 with a 12-year-old English schoolboy, Sean Field, who lost his father in the Falklands War and is bitter at the world. On this particular morning, he rants at a Pakistani shopkeeper who won't let him read his unpaid comics and has a fight with the school bully Harvey, who first makes fun of his flared pants and then mentions the boy's father. A fight ensues. After the showdown in the principal's office, Sean falls for the company of traditional young skinheads, far from racism, fans of a certain style of clothing and music, reggae and ska. The leader of the party, Woody, having heard about the taunts and riveting, decides to support the guy, invites him to sit down and introduces him to the rest of the guys. Milky, Puke, Kez and Gadget, with whom the boy has a conflict because of the fact that he supposedly sat down on the seat of the big guy. In the end, Sean sends away from the Skinheads and coming home tells his mother that he can no longer wear these pants and wants to move. The woman reminds him that his father gave them to him and they have no money to move. The boy continues to hang out alone until, one day, Gadget drops by. They say that they are going to go hunting and Woody asks to invite Sean to the case. The boy agrees and soon the company, dressed like assholes, goes with toy weapons and tools to abandoned houses. The goal is to destroy them from the inside. In one of the buildings, with an assembly hall, the guys ambush Gadget, but he attacks only Sean for this, saying that he wants to take his place in the party. The boy replies that he did not pursue this goal, and Woody finally asks the guys to make up, to which they don't object. Sean goes with his mother to the shoe store, insisting that he needs Dr. Martin's shoes. However, his small size is not there, so he has to take more or less suitable shoes. The next step of getting into the company is a bald haircut, with which Sean is helped by the girls from the party, and Woody gives him a new Ben Sherman shirt and suspenders to complete his skinhead style. Thus, Sean becomes a full-fledged member of the company of skinheads, which was mainly engaged in doing nothing and fooling around, and also, the boy immediately tries to hit on an 18-year-old girl from the party smell. However, the mother sees the new image of her son, goes with him to a cafe where his new friends were sitting and hits on the girl who gave him a haircut. Otherwise, the woman has no claims to the company, so she thanks Woody for the clothes for Sean and support of her outcast son and allows him to stay with them. In the evening, Woody gathers a party, and the newcomer is encouraged to get a little privacy with Smell, to whom he does not breathe smoothly. To which both the boy and the girl agree. After that, the couple takes refuge in the garden behind the house, and two adult skinheads burst into the company at that moment. One of them is Combo, a man who served 3 years for Woody and has just been released from prison with his buddy Banjo. Combo tells the party a prison story about his conflict with a black guy, from which they realize that he joined the racists in prison, which is especially tense for Milky and Woody. And the next day, the man invites the company to his house for a conversation. At home, Combo starts by asking Milky what he considers his homeland to be, England or Jamaica, and having received the answer about England, shakes hands with the black guy, and then begins to talk about the influx of migrants, because of which the English people have lost their privileged housing and jobs. And when the man moves on to politics and the uselessness of the Olga War, Sean pounces on him, saying that his father died in it. Combo immediately apologizes to the boy, but immediately says that the English must now defend their roots, otherwise his father died for nothing. In the end, the man suggests that only those who are ready for street warriors stay in the room and asks the rest of the idle partygoers to leave. After that, Kyug decides to join him, according to Combo's meeting, Gadget because Woody always called him fat, and Sean, who was inspired by his father's words. And to him later the man will say that he will try to pull Woody into their group, although he is not as strong in spirit as the 12-year-old boy Sean. Sometime later, a group of skinheads led by Combo arrives in the countryside at a meeting of the British National Front. During a speech by the chairman, Lenny, about immigrants and national pride, for which blood must be shed, Kyug gets a little uncomfortable. On his way home, he cautiously doubts what he heard at the meeting, causing Combo to throw him out of the car and beat him up, suggesting that he go back to Woody. The rest of the gang is busy hitting Pakistani men they find on the streets and racist writing on walls and in underpasses. And Combo gives Sean a distinctive tattoo and gives him the national flag of England. One day the boy shows up at the store of a Pakistani man who wouldn't let him read the comics he hadn't paid for and brazenly demands alcohol and cigarettes from him, and when the owner tries to kick him out, a gang of skinheads bursts into the store and, threatening the man with a machete, takes out everything they can carry. While the ringleader explains to the newcomer that this is now his neighborhood. It's Smel's birthday and Combo's uninvited. The idol of the party is immediately shattered, and Woody, Petty, and Puke hurry to leave. Sean, in his turn, alone with the birthday girl, remembers their evening in the garden behind the barn and offers to meet her, which the girl immediately agrees to. The next day, Combo feeds Woody's girlfriend at her work and invites her to his car and admits that he can't forget their night before he went to prison and still loves her. The girl replies that it will never work out, and she remembers that night with disgust, as she was only 16 at the time. Upset, Combo is alone and finds Milky on the street, to whom he says that he had a bad day, so he asks the guy to get him some weed, which he agrees to. Sean is followed by Smell, and they go to hang out with other skinheads at their headquarters. The company has fun playing a board game until Combo shows up with Milko. However, the tension quickly subsides when the gang gets stoned with a black guy listening to reggae on a tape recorder. Eventually, Gadget gets sick and Smell escorts him home, while Milko tells Combo that he's a good guy after all, to which the man replies that he was originally a traditional skinhead, without racial prejudices, and for example listened to reggae just like Jamaicans. But after Combo asks him to tell the guy about his family, and having found out that he has a very big family, but everyone works so that there is always food at home, he suddenly starts to get furious and finally, calling Milko crazy, who unlike him has everything, starts to beat him severely. When the skinhead is done with the guy, he throws Sean out the door and in a rage attacks his friend Banjo, who also wanted to get his hands on the black guy. So Combo stays in the apartment with Milky's body, and when Sean returns there, he catches the sobbing man apologizing to the guy and asks the boy to help him get the beaten man to the hospital. Time passes. The war ends, from which someone managed to come back, but who's so Sean's father? No. The boy's mother sees him with a photo of his father in uniform and says that it is his favorite. However, the boy himself says that he likes the one where they were on vacation as a family. The woman tells her son that his friend Milko will recover and everything will be fine, and Sean, having changed his skinhead clothes for a denim jacket, goes to the river and brings there the national flag of England, after which he throws it away without a doubt.